Okay, welcome back everybody to Solitude Origins, the podcast. And we have with us today the celebrity, John Perez.
Dozens, if not hundreds of people around the world.
And we got Steve Moseley here.
Oh, yeah.
To dozens of people.
Well, hey, we're going to go ahead and talk more about some of the fan submissions from Facebook. We do have one here from Wolfgang. And John, would you like to comment on this?
Yeah, you just showed me this, Kurt. Wolfgang Schott has just sent us a nice little article here. Looking at it, which I'm sure you can see on your screen here any moment now. Looking at it, this is from a German magazine. Holger Stratmann wrote this. Holger, I'm sorry, I can't remember. I believe this is Heavy Oder Was, maybe magazine. Name is slipping me about what mag this comes from. This is a nice little article. It's in German. What's cool about this little article, this is from our demo days, and the picture that you guys were looking at or seeing right now or thereabouts, that's a lineup that lasted just for a very short period of time, about 6 months I'm guessing, where we had myself, Lyle was on drums during this period. Of course we have Robert, and then we had our original guitar player, Tom Martinez, was still with us on this one, and Chris Harden on bass. So this was a lineup that didn't last that long. Before we changed and got new members. But this is cool. It's a cool article. It's in German, and my German is very rusty at the moment. But it's a cool little article. I'm guessing that's probably from about 88, 89. It's kind of cool to see that picture. You know, I got my freaking shirt unbuttoned down to my freaking stomach. I think I was trying to look sexy in this photo. Sure. And here's something. We can go ahead and just say it now since it's, 35,000 years ago on this. But I'm noticing the shirt that Tom Martinez is wearing. Kurt had a shirt like this on yesterday, I believe. But anyway, it's a Black Sabbath shirt, but that's my freaking shirt. I think Tom showed up in like a George Michael t-shirt that day or a striped Oxford shirt. I don't know. Tom showed up in not picture-taking attire, so I just had to pull this extra large t-shirt of mine out of the closet and give it to him, and he's not extra large, so... Anyway, I just remembered that looking at the shirt and remembering Kurt had his Sabbath shirt on earlier.
That is interesting, John, if I may just comment on that and point out that many of you fans out there may not realize that the success that Solitude found over the years was primarily attributed to John's stickler attitude in terms of rejecting each and every band member's attire, whatever clothing they decided to wear, either to the rehearsal room or to the gig especially.
Right.
There was a very strict set of requirements, and I found that out the hard way one time. John told me that I wasn't allowed to go on stage in shorts and a tank top or
correct.
What was it? I was wearing overalls. I think I was wearing overalls. It's we're from Texas. It's 110 degrees out. I didn't think about looking metal. But I'm thankful that he schooled me up on that.
Yeah.
And over the years, I've managed to purchase more and more black metal T-shirts.
Right. We never stop learning, Steve. We never stop learning.
So now I've got just an arsenal of shirts that I could wear on stage that will get fully approved by John before we.
I mean, because I'm such a fashion stickler, as anybody who knows me knows that. Mm-hmm. I think I dress the same way that I've dressed since 5th grade. Which is not much, but yeah, I don't remember those rules, but those sound very solid and sound. So I'm going to go with you that we did do that back in the day. No shorts, no overalls for dang sure.
Absolutely.
And
tank top has to be black.
Yeah, and you've got to be in shape.
And you got to be in shape,
right?
Or it's not happening.
Anyway, yeah. So there's the clothing secrets. Very much a. Image conscious band we were, to the point where we just would not
image conscious. That's right. Yeah. I'd like to take a second while we're on that image thing and comment about stepping on your pedals and foot controllers and MIDI controllers and things like that. We've got tons of that stuff around here in the studio, and over the years there's been a push from John to your shoes are just not cutting it, man. You're not wearing those. Green Converse, on stage or whatever it was, So I spent some money and I got me some really nice boots, and they look really metal. And they got spikes and studs, and then there's straps, and it's just they're totally metal. The problem was they had grooves on the bottom of the tread that were really deep. So when you stepped on your pedal and your MIDI controllers and things like that, it wouldn't work. So you're stepping and you're not going anywhere. You're not changing channels. You're not going from clean to dirty. You're not going from dirty to lead or whatever it is you were trying to do with your pedals and controllers. So I snuck in a pair of, I'm sorry, John, you may not have noticed. I admit this 27 years later now that I had black tennis shoes.
Yeah.
They were just tennis shoes. They weren't metal. They were just, they were flat on the bottom. And
I just never said anything to you. I figured it was cool.
Oh, you did? Oh, man, I appreciate that, man. It's one of those things, John and I had gotten
Win
to
some,
know each
lose
other, over almost 30 years now, and for whatever reason, he became a little bit more lenient with me. There were a few others that at one point he had threatened to cut off a 3-foot piece of water hose and whoop the living tar out of them if they didn't get it together. So
yeah. I mean, that's
fortunate that didn't.
That's not often that would happen.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, occasionally. And by this point, everything is total bullshit right now. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to yet another episode of the Solitude podcast here. Are we going to continue on something else, Master of Ceremonies?
Yes, we are going to continue. We're going to continue on to the conclusion.
Okay, conclusion.
The conclusion of this episode.
Okay,
We want to thank everybody. Please visit us on social media, Facebook at Solitude Origins. All of the web pages. Like us, YouTube us.
Don't forget to subscribe.
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 Subscribe. That's right.
Metal.
Metal?